Right, we're live. Going on the live stream. Alright, so I thought I'd make this video because I thought, well, I didn't think of it. I was just in the shower and I was like, you know what, I'll make a video on alpha, what an alpha really is. So everyone wants to be like, yeah, alpha is like, I've heard many sayings saying that alpha is like a someone that can get a lot of girl, climb to the social ladder, top of the dominance hierarchy. Um, what else is there? There's also the one that's socially accepted by a lot of people, and then there's the ones where they're talking about they can get a lot of women. They've sorted out different angles of life. They can get money. They can they can also all those sorts of things, and a lot of it's painfully wrong because it's like you take away all the society, all the system, right? You take it all away. Then what? It's like what do you cast it on as then? So it's like, and you got to realize it's like, what's been around longer as opposed to everything. What's been around longer? We living more wild longer as humans and beings on this earth, more than we've been in a society where we have to earn money, pay taxes, gain to social notoriety, going into social environments such as a house, parties, and just I don't know, being the person that everyone looks to, the point of interest in that room, or having the beautiful female, or being the person with the most net worth. These are They're not really organic. What I'm gonna go into it now of what it really is. Okay, so just to clear that up, yeah, to clear that up, I need everyone to have the eyes open for this one. So what it is it's about your brain waves. It's about your vibration. It's about your frequency. And like, probably everyone's gonna be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean by that?" So it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go into it. So I'm gonna show you the greatest depiction that you ever see. And Vin, you need to hurry up with this thing. You know what I'm saying? You need to hurry up, Vin. Hurry up, man. They need this. 'Cause when I saw this film, I was like, yeah, this is it. Look at that. That's an alpha. Okay. Look at his eyes. I've only ever seen in the last few years. I've seen one alpha. You know who you are. You got three virgins, yeah. I was working on something with a little bit more of a medicinal value, but you can just cook with it. You can just cook with it. You know what I mean? You can just cook with that. But yeah, yeah. To have another look. Look at his eyes. There's been a transformation. There's been a changing. Okay, so like, take it as this: when you're a teenager, you're going through life, you're living. You're going through school, you're living. Yeah, suppose I don't know. You had a fight with a kid, you beat him. Yeah, you get a dopamine boost, testosterone, boom. And then you go, you get a girl, you get a first kiss, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, your first kiss!" Oh, yeah, boom. It's just more testosterone. What happens? That kid gets bigger, stronger, faster, more intelligent. But we forget a lot of us out here. They say that you sort of like, I think someone said that you die. Most people die 18. Yeah, those are not. Those are most. They, you know what I mean. They're not growing. They're not getting those shots. Not getting those adrenaline shots anymore. Maybe. Yeah. So if you continue to grow, or what I'm trying to say is not dying at 18, but you continue to grow. For example, now you've got. I'm sure you again. Look at his eyes. Yeah. So it all goes back to the chakra system, for example. So like you got the kidney stage, you got your all right, let's do it this one. Let's do it properly. Let's go Sigmund Freuding because that's the easiest one. So you got the anal stage, which is like your very, very base. Then you've got the phallic stage, which is like okay, anal stage is from child age, baby out the womb to about 2 years old. 2 years old, phallic vagina in, outie. Then you go into your region. What is it called? This bowel regions as well. Then that's what to 3 to 6. Then 3 to 6 ages is like a solar plexus. 3 6 till 12. That's your mid region here, then you got your heart, and then you got your, and then you keep going up. But they say that most people actually stop growing psychologically at different stages based on trauma that's occurred. So when what I'm saying is, yeah, is that right now you need to grow up on these stages. So you might get even reset. People might try and reset you. However, depending on how far you've gotten, you it depends on how what how if that's a just a hitting of a wall, hitting of a ground, and then bouncing back up, or that's just there. You just that's it. You're done. So you got to look at it from that sort of stage. So I'm not really done into the Sigmund Freudian thing, to be honest. So I'm just going to speak on what how I look at it. But that just came into my mind now. I think just because I'm gonna learn about that, since it talks about oral, anal, phallic, latent, and gentle stages of your psychosexual development. Okay, so yeah, okay. So anyway, I normally use a chakra, so I'll stick with what I know because what works for me. Yeah. So the roots is like from 0 to 7, then your sacral is from 7 till 12, and then your solus is from 12 till like yeah 20, 20, 21, 22, and then you go into your heart 22 to 32, and then 32, 31, 32. It depends on which one you look at, to be honest. I've seen a fair few. It's different in when it gets to the throat is from like your 30s up into your 40s, and then 40s is your third eye, and then the seventh is from I think the 50s up until the 60s, and so the rest, so to speak. So here we go now. So this is where we're at, right? Yeah. So like I said, you can you can go back into these ones, redo it. I know I did a winks. I did a spell, yeah, with winks. That was when it was back in 2004, 15, 2015. Yeah, because I was doing video recordings, I was doing filming for like different clubs and that. And yeah, I needed a new, I was wearing a shirt, Winks, you know. So now I'm doing recording videos, and I've done a reset as well. So it's like you've already written, it's like, yeah, you know what you're doing. It's like, okay, yeah, you did that then for now. So now you're doing it now, since I need you guys to know, because I'm probably going to be teaching this now. So you can see in the eyes, yeah, you can see there's a glow in the eyes. This is from the laptop screen. Don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is there's like this, okay? So this is Riddick, yeah. He's on his own. So this is powerful, because a lot of people feel that because of the age of Pisces, we had it. It was a lot about belief. So if lots more people believed in you, you could actually climb up the ladder to get to this stage where you're in alpha state, right? This is alpha state. How do you get to alpha state? What state are we normally in? What states are they actually? Let's go into that. So you got beta, alpha, gamma, and then you've got delta, and then you got others, right? So most people are in beta state. Or beta state is up and it's alert, and it's like, what's going on? Then you've got alpha state, which is relaxed, calm, creativity, cool, feeling yourself you're more into yourself, you're more calm. It's more see a horse, a prey animal, as more of a beta, because they have to worry about the environment around them constantly, because there's always things that want to eat them that are out there, predatory. Then you've got lions that are always alert of what's around them, that they're not always alert because they only have to really be alert of what's around them when they want to get something to eat. Most of the time they're just chilling because they're the ones that doing the killing. And then you've got the delta. These are like sloths. These are the ones that are up in the skies. These are the ones that are up in trees. They really chill. They sleep a lot. Monkeys are a good example. I don't know if there are in those states. I'm just trying to say what position, like how your life is, how you in how in an environment, how is it that you are able to be like that, so yeah. So lion, they don't need to hunt a lot, but when they do need to hunt, they need to be up and alert, and they need to be know what's around them. But they don't need to worry about the horse over there. But that horse is constantly need to be worrying about that lion, because they don't know when it hasn't eaten or when it has. So going into this now, so you got alpha state. So back in the days, we had to rely on belief. Maybe it was just belief in ourselves, other people believing in us as well. So now we're in the age of information. So this has changed, right? So now it's people have bought from belief into the information age, which makes them more potent and see the potency as different bottles of different types of dilute. So you got this pineapple dilute. They can get hold of the dilute is you have some water, clear water, and you can add a dilute to it, and it changes the color of it, changes the taste of it. Yeah, it changes the properties. So you can add the pineapple. We've got strawberry. We've got avocado. We've got grape, we've got red grape, we've got cherries, we've got all of these things. So all of these can be added to this water, right? And it can change the constituency. And because people believed in it, that what was working in Age of Pisces, that's now very potent for those beings that had the know-how to bring that, they were actually doing that work, because that was probably from lifetimes from in the Age of Pisces and the age before that. They brought that now into these ages. And what's happening now is that these people are the people that are really reaping the dividends. Now, there was some of them that had a bit of monk in them, so they didn't really want to gain notoriety. They didn't want to put themselves out there. They rather keep to themselves, because these are people that would rather just spend time in the mountains, chilling to themselves, and just working on their craft, working on their meditations, working on their mind, working on bringing that new things out within themselves, connecting with their hearts. And this is sort of some of us are at. So he's one of these type of motherfuckers that this. So he's the last one of his people. So he hasn't got the age of belief working for him in his favor to empower him. He hasn't got that attention empowering him. So what is it that's keeping him there? He's the escape artist. He's the one that always gets out. Riddick. So he's the one. He's the last. He's so-called the last of his kind. But if he's watching the second one, he showed that he wasn't the last of his kind. But when that woman came and gave him that attention, the power that he tapped into, why? Because he's already juiced up. He's in his information state. So every human is look at these bodies, right? We're information. So what are you programming your information with? Like, what are you allowing people to program information with you? Right? So yeah, so like I said, you got the alpha state, you got the beta state, and you got the delta gamma. So I'm going to show you another person that has another depiction of the alpha state. So Riddick here, yeah, he's an alpha. They say that he's an alpha, and if you watch Chronicles of Riddick, they show that another guy in there, he's a beta, and he's the one that took the Jamba Juice, and he got inserted there, and he became a necromonger. But he was this. What did they say about him? He was a great speaker. He was an orator. When the Lord Marshal comes in, he actually introduces him to the people. So these are good speakers. So all the ones that the ones that just talk a lot. It's like, for example, if you're in a village, say there's no system, there's no society, you're going out. Who are you gonna take with you hunting? You're gonna take the people that can talk a lot, or you're gonna take the people that don't? Because they need to be quiet, because the animals can hear you, because hearing's sharp. They can smell. You need quiet, inconspicuous people that can communicate without the need to communicate with verbally. So yeah, so going forwards with that, you got the people that will stay back and they would be picking stuff in the field, or just taking care of like the homestead or the village. They would stay there, they would handle all of that. But then you got people like Riddick that would be going out, and they would need to be calmer. Yeah, they would need to be less stressed. They need to be more in tune with their environment psychologically. So yeah, so that's one part of it. So now moving forwards now, so we've established the beta, which is one that can speak. You're not saying that all people that speak in that they can work on that, but I'm just saying is like the default of it, what it is. Then you got the alphas that are, you have more creativity. The other thing, the brain waves as well, the eyes, you can see the eyes. Okay, so let me go into the eyes as well, psychologically. I mean, neurologically, what's happened with these guys. So when you meditate, right? When you meditate, when you get to a certain point, you should be able to see the purple skies. Some people call it violet skies. Yeah, this that's what that is. Yeah, so you'll be able to see those things. The thing they call it a factorial violet lighting within your eyes. I don't know really what it's called. This is a good indication to see where you're at actually on a subconscious or mental level, or where your energy's at, what level it's at. If you're seeing a whole bunch of red, then most likely you're in the infrared stage, which is it's not. I wouldn't say it's bad because it's like you have more physical energy as well. However, violet is violet, purple has both violet and red, blue and red mixed together. So there's that. So then you got the orange as well. And I've noticed as well when I was like they tried to reset me, yeah, and I was looking at this, just observing on the mind and how it was taking in the certain information. And yeah, there was a when there was the energy were coming in, I did notice a lot of red. And the thing is that this red energy, it's slow. It's the it's very it's so I'm not even looking. It's not even looking down on anyone. It's I went through those years to get to that level because I didn't start there. I know that you do start there. Some start there as kids, but what I'm getting at is that it's there was work to get to maintain and get it into root into that, and that was giving up things and being to yourself, and not just taking easy routes. Cigarette, that's just an easy jump. That's an easy quick fix. um Sex is a good outlet as well. So even though I enjoy it, I was getting a lot of it. It's funny that when they gave that up, how much more it would come, and then you got like spurts and bouts where you really want it, and you're like, oh man, I got. But that's the best time to meditate because that's your energy at its most excited state, and you have to have that. You have to be able to hold those charges. So they say even in King Arthur's film, pull the sword out the stone. What is the sword in the stone? Even that's a good film as well. They show the eyes and it's glowing. That's what it is. That's what it is. You even feel it as well when you feel the pressure. And so they say that God speaks to you, or so you're in a trance state. There's many words for it. However, that's what that is. And I do see a lot of people online, and they're saying, "Oh, I'm the alpha, alpha, alpha." The dude, like, it's a state of mind. It's like a frequency. Yeah. So it's anyone that, and there's another thing as well. Anyone that can get to that should be allowed to maintain that. And what I've noticed is that they're trying to prevent that people from being at that level. And anyone that's been in that and has allowed themselves to kind of fall back from it a bit, they know that that's where it's at, because there are others that are ahead. And if those that are ahead decide to just on earth, you won't be quick enough, you won't be fast enough, you won't be strong enough to even sidestep or dodge that shit. You have to be going forwards to be able to, you have to be able to deal with it on that level as well, or to not be in that if they decide to just turn into destroyers, because that can happen. So that's what I'm going forward. That's why now what I've just told you, that the alpha state, which is creativity, more relaxed, everything, and then you got the beta, more alert and everything. Okay, then you got the gamma and delta. So these gamma and delta, apparently from a priestess, she told me, she said that yeah, there are people that are there now, and this is what's causing a lot of things that's happening in the world where it's happening. And I'm personally seeing the schematics of how this shit's working and how it's going down. Like, whoa, how it's going down is like, dude, like, guys, you gotta get me this you gotta get me this we gotta get this piece together, definitely with this tooth. Oh yeah, don't forget to buy my book, everything, yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna go into gamma. Gamma state is the Hulk as well. So don't forget to buy my book and everything, yeah. So this is talking about the Hulk and everything. So one of the experts in it is talking about the green chakra, the heart chakra. So this is the green guy. Yeah? You gotta have the heart chakra. That's the balance, right? So in order to not have balance, you can't have a heart, right? So like when they want not when they want to plunge things into chaos, what do you do? Mm. Yeah, so you got the hearts of the you know they got to, or you got to go where it's meant to be balanced. Okay, so that's where we're trying to get to now, because shifting, everything's shifting right now. This is 4th of January 2022. So yeah, I should have been there with my counterpart, and yeah, so I want to just go over this. So this is how they depicted it, Hulk. Yeah, so they really programmed this world with a depiction of a gamma infused being. So when you falling asleep, one of the ways I can say I've accessed it is when I first accessing it through this being, through this suit. Yeah, because obviously we've had a lot of not doing the work through generations. So when someone like me comes into, to get into to one of the bodies, it's like, okay, right. So I see what we got here. So even when you jump into gamma, you're at university, you're in front, you're falling asleep. Why you falling asleep like this? Your mind is going into different brain waves because you're half asleep. So your brain's going into a minor brain wave of gamma. So when you're in this gamma state, you're in a more sleepy state, you're more creative. As people say, more creative state. There are more things possible. However, it's more of acclimating and being able to stay awake in it. So it takes a while getting used to. I'm not going to go into what it is because I've not really tested it with any of my information yet. Personally, no, I haven't. Even with Delta State as well, but with Alpha State, I'm well versed in that, and I'm hip to what it is now fully, and for what it is, how it worked before in the age of Pisces. So that's the thing. Is to explain it now wouldn't be fair. However, I will go into the ones I do know. Okay, so we got this one here. So this guy has been fasting way too much. However, false bond is the result of it. I'm not gonna go into that, but yeah, he's the guy who's got the 2 cups of water by him, and he's there and he's starving. So this is a quasi dead. So these guys starve themselves and basically can communicate across um, vast points in space, distances. Yeah, light years away. They can communicate like it's on the mobile phone. Hello, moto. Okay, so then you've also got this guy as well. So this is all talking about states as well. I don't know if you can see that, but this guy's called Lord Griffith. This guy's called Griffith. So he was a great captain, great leader, and he was known by everyone. Everyone believed in him. So he was full of energy, and he was fully empowered. In his eye was clean, and plus his body was filled with light. Basically, what it is where we need to be at. We all need to be at, where the eye is clean and the body is full of light. Booking Matthews, ask me which one. I don't really get into specifics like that. I'm just speaking on the practicals, how to see the indicators, and what you need to do is get the book, and it'll show you how to get there with the food and the meditations and the affirmations and all your sound. I'm not selling the book. I'm just telling you this is how it works. Okay, so when because I'm using my mouth to even tell you this because I was going forwards, yeah, with my life, with the study, the practice, and I got pulled back. I got pulled back. Some of my energy got took, and I recalled it back. So like what they everyone realized in that situation is that this doesn't root in us. We can use it, and we need to keep drawing out when he generates more. So This is what I'm saying. I need that core meal, so as well, so I can just be always moving, so I can get my transport sorted out as well. And yeah, I can get you more information on based on what will work for you to get up, so you can have, instead of who wants to endure through the age or who wants to just be going with the flow, would you not rather be in the cosmos, being a guiding light or just a light so that people can see, or you can incarnate here, you can incarnate here. Have that choice. Give yourself that choice. Get up. You know, we're in the sixth now, so I can see that you are up. I can see that you want to do that, and see that you are able to do it. And if you've already done it, which most look like they've already done it, so it's like you got this. So yeah. So anyway, this guy Griffith, right? I actually met this dude. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you know who you are now. So what can I say, man? Like right now, when you go up, you will, when you get to that level and you see your higher self, because so few of us have actually given it form, so it's going to be quite intense to see, right? And when you're in those brain waves, right? You're in delta. You're in. I'm gonna show you. So you got this. Right? So this is your conscious mind, right? This is your conscious mind. This represents your conscious mind. This here represents your conscious mind. This thing here, and this is all your subconscious, right? So most of the time you're in up in here, and you're in your beta stage. So you weren't the body's five senses, always five senses, right? Then you've got this down here, all of this down here. So this is probably alpha, right? Alpha. And when you have that alpha and it's integrated with this stage, like Riddick, you could probably see in the dark. If you watch the latest Riddick, one in 2013, you actually see that he's actually scripting as well while he's actually speaking to them. Okay. So like yeah, that's fairly easy. You know, you can see like what the situation is depending on how far you want to go into the future with the person. Do you want to see how your entire relationship can transpire? That's possible. It's easy. And then you've got the gamma, which is further, which is Hulk down here. So this is all programming as well. So don't forget Bruce. Is it Bruce Wayne? No, it's not Bruce Wayne. It's what's that guy's name? Bruce Banner. He's probably programmed his Hulk to be that. See that you have to remember, you have to program the Hulk to be that. You have to program your gamma waves, you have to program your alpha waves, to program these things. This is what meditation is for. They say Bruce Banner, he was really intelligent, and he was he grew up with those Hulk powers from a young age. So when he was at a young age, he probably wanted to be bulletproof. He was abused a lot, so he probably wanted to be stronger, because they showed that in the first one, all the things that he wanted manifested. Things that he programmed before, he manifested. Like before in 2015, I put all the winks. I was recording things in there, and then next minute, oh, I'm doing recordings, and now I've gone through a minor reset to change a few just to have a review of the programming up until this age for this suit, because I'm going to be carrying this suit for this family to the next generation. You understand? Or any other family that I decide to seed with this suit to upgrade. Okay, so then you've got the delta, which is even deeper dark into there, so that when these people get to delta waves, just see it as Professor X. So this guy, they show him as being one of those people that when he goes into there, he gets his abilities. People are around him, people just really want to follow him. They really want to take care of him. He has different monsters that are with him, because he brings, when you go into those depths, you bring certain demons with you. So like for example, you got Solomon, Songs of Solomon. They're talking about how in your with Solomon's temple, he built them up with that temple. So he was in his dad went into the abyss. He also received dividends from that. as well, and he was able to control these demons because he was also a king, body clean, full of light, and he was also of that bloodline, which he had that macabre, that seal of David and macabre, so they can go down it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, some people have bought that from the age of belief, from the ages before, and they brought it into this age now, which is giving them a supreme head start. And then there's some people that are trying to collect that from them and trying to drain that out of them. And it's very smart, and it's interesting to see like where they've gone, and it's interesting to see that that's where we was before when we started. Human beings started from certain parts of the world, and now that's where it's starting again, like a new, like then the a new beings, you know. Then there are people that wanted to stay here, and those are the dragons, and they are here. They're everywhere, and it's not exactly about race now. It's just about the energy that they hold and what's gotten into them. And yeah, I'm just saying that for the children as well, for the children. Yeah, so don't forget your meditations. Indicators to know if you're if you're an alpha is yes, your eyes will glow. Yes, you will see violet when you sleep. Just when you sleep, just when you meditate as well. But you can meditate up to into it, or just when you sleep. That's an alpha because you're in those brainwaves. Super, oh, socially accepted, all of this and that. No, none, because at the base, at the settings, you have to you have to learn traumas. See, you know, there's people that know this and they want to traumatize you, so you're not in that. It's like, what are you doing that for? Because you realize that there are others that are in that those states that can also be aware of those people that are traumatizing those other ones that they found this body here, and then this one tries to come up and traumatize it, but then there's another one over here as well, and he's looking over there and he's like, oh, if I see you, you're gone. In fact, they might even write that out for you. You be on some final destination. But yeah, I'm not getting into that. But so it's all about making sure that you know within yourself, yeah, where you are, and you can live a life where you don't have to deal with these things. Yeah, you can find you have everything that's out here for you working in your favor. Yeah, just don't forget that. And even if you're in that beta stage where you're up and you're alert and you don't know what to do, yeah, you're kind of behind the eight ball, so to speak. You know what to do. Tell yourself that you know what you're doing. I've got a Gemini in the ninth house or the eighth house. I think it's in secrets. So a lot of information is just in the background. Information that's not in the background is how you drive, or just regular things that you just can do without thinking. But then the ones that you have to think and think, oh, could be the consequences. That's that I put that into that house in the eighth house. So there's one twin doesn't know shit. It's just like, yeah, let me learn. And people are like, oh my god, like this is like teaching a child. And then there's this other one that's like, yo, bro, I fucking made this shit, man. You're trying to teach me how to drive, bitch. I'm the car. I'm the car. But yes, you do know what you're doing. You have got your game. You have got it. You know what you're doing. Remember, keep the nerve. Keep the nerve. Yeah, but still, and also you are within yourself. Just know that you are within yourself someone that can take things to the next level. You can bounce back from anything. It's like knowing that, yeah, shit can go wrong, but then yeah, shit can go right as well. It's about how quickly or willing are you to catch yourself. And I'm willing to catch myself right now. Caught, catch yourself, yeah. Say, all right, I'm gonna go here. I think I'm gonna do a bit of healing now, and then maybe start doing like say trying to help people see where they are and healing the bodies, and then understanding that, because it's like, for example, if you are seeing purple and you're seeing indicators of that, and you're able to go into your subconscious mind, maybe you're able to astral travel already. All right, so you want to get your hand here, yeah, you want to imagine a swirling. Can you feel it? Can you feel the energy there in your hand? Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. This is what I'm talking about now. Yeah. So I'm not really into like talking about the relationships aspects of how that works out in dynamics because I've not really done that. But what I'm saying is that yes, that's what an alpha is. Alpha is someone that's in the right mindset for that. So how are you seeing those colors? Are you always alert? Are you like a lion? Or are you up on alert like a deer all the time, always having to be on already, on the go, ready to move? Mm. And I don't mean that as in like always ready to run, jump out in the car, heat, spot the heat around the corner, better get running. No, as in someone tries to jump you, are you jumping like that? Or are you at ease? Slow movements. And this is not something to start now doing slow movements. It's more of what is your body actually naturally doing? Mm. So I can tell with my body, it's naturally it's more relaxed, it's more calm. I prefer to be more creativity. However, from time to time, I do allow an unbalancing factor to affect my being to see how quickly I can get back into stasis. Because you need to realize, you realize that it could be really catastrophic events happening out here right now, and you need to be versed in being balanced in that and being able to act in an unbalanced state, but as and be balanced. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it on this one. So yeah, just remember, meditate, calm, always in the gym all the time. I used to always be in the gym all the time. Then I overdid it. I overdid it, and parts of my body, if I'm gonna train it, it's gonna cause long term effects that are maybe not now, that in the future, maybe when I'm, I don't know, 70, 50, 60, could affect me. So I stopped. I do more yoga now. I do more martial arts now. Relax more. And yeah, that works out for me. Yeah, just guys, just yeah, please do meditations. Make sure you get off the fruits and meat. Get onto the meat. Get off the meats if you can, or at least give it up. Give it a try in it. Have a look at my book as well, Sustenance or Consciousness. That will show you a lot about it. I wouldn't even if I was going back now and had that book, I would just get that book and just work with that. I wouldn't even need to. I wouldn't bother eating the meats or anything. And a lot of things I would do different as well. Would have like you make sure you get your singing bowls as well. That's a good tool to have as well. But yeah, what a real alpha male is. So there's another question I want to ask as well. Would I consider myself an alpha male out of it? Um, as currently in my current state, I'm not. I don't think I'm in the alpha state right now. I've been trying to get into gamma. However, with that state, it's more there, and it's yeah, you're more tired. You have to really trying to drain myself out. So, for example, it's about your tiredness, your sleepiness of the body, because it's a balance between sleepiness of the body, because it's not been programmed a lot by your mind, and it's more unconscious. So when you slip into it, your body goes unconscious because it's not been programmed. And I managed to hit it, and I was in the middle of a shopping center, a supermarket, and you collapse. I didn't collapse as in, but you sit down and then you have to lie down. And it's like this is where most of us are at because it's not been programmed correctly. So that when I go into that state, one of the first things I noticed was that extreme amount of colors. Seeing extreme amount of colors, that's a good sign. That shows that your mind is shifting into the different states. The neurological chambers are opening within your own brain, within your own mind, within your own being. Yeah. And gaining a whole foothold or something that you can grasp is something else, because these are chambers in your mind that haven't within these bodies, these suits have not these has not acclimated for a long time. So what's happened is that there were a lot of mages, magicians, gods, goddesses. They're just calling shit down. They're not spiritualizing it in the physical to use it as in their physical bodies, so that the ones that can, they are extremely, they're more potent, more powerful. So I'm a manifest generator, so I have to, that's part of my jobs here. I was also I was this is also a crystal child body, so I'm meant to be bringing that forward to the next step. So this is part of what I'm meant to bring to the race, to baton it on. And this is the part of the purposes as well, is not just to be, oh yeah, carbon beings as well. You know what I mean? Like this to say, just for these copper tones, it's not exclusive. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be, because this is what we did. This is the fuck up that came in the last stage. I don't know how, but yeah, it's like certain ones should, like a white blood cell should become, should just stay as, there should be a pure form of that, like there should be of all forms. However, when it's new updated versions of it, that's those are the ones that should be put into the melting pot first. Not in the melting pot, but those are the ones that should be giving to each one, so that then they have that schematic, so then they can upload it. And once that's all uploaded into their things, then there's a balance. Because if you just give it to one and say, oh yeah, now we're the supreme beings, you got one green man in Egypt, yeah, and then you got one in Japan, you got ones over there Fujian, you got Shokotan in Thailand, you got green man in the UK. They're all reacting differently to the different climates, atmospheres, and everything. However, those elements are still playing a hand, so that's seeded in each land area, and it has to be. So like if you got Kaaba, you're meant to be shining light into what people are meant to be doing, because that's, so like partly when I get with a woman, I need to know where's her mind. If she's got a good imagination, as in she's been drawn to the same things that I've been drawn to, that's a mental compatibility. That's a good thing. It means a child will not have a mental deficit. Yeah, imaginatively wise, just attraction wise, the mental processes. If we eat the same kinds of food as well, that's another plus point as well. However, it's not that bad if it's not the same food. However, that's ideal, because strength, the vibration of the body is now, because don't forget, you're pulling now consciousnesses to bring into the earth consciousness from a gamma stage. So most people in the 80s, they say like there were geniuses born in the 80s from the crack. That's the artificial way of doing it. So these drugs will put you in a high state, and you're in those states, you're in cocaine, oh, and then you have sex and you have a child in that high vibrational state. This is what I'm talking about. This is the same thing, but organically, naturally. This is what we're meant to be doing. This is part of my thing here to bring to earth. This is my gift, just so to speak. And this is why I'm always making sure I'm eating the right foods. You also got people say this, oh, but that's sweets. No, you can't be clean all the time, because then when you start eating clean, super clean, then you eat something that's just, like a bit of cheese or something else that's not that, your body slumps out. And I've noticed it with myself, like you'll be eating vegan for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's nothing but blenders and water and really on it, meditations. And as soon as you eat a bag of chips, your body slumps out. because it's a dense food. It's a heavy, dense food. So yeah, you have to fight. You have to have that balance of being able to nourish yourself with. Because what happens if you don't have access to any fruits anymore, and you need to keep moving, and you're eating chips now, or you're eating breads now? You know what I mean? That it doesn't work like that. So yeah, so I'm leaving on that. My battery's nearly low. I've been talking for nearly 45 hours, 45 minutes. Yeah, and what I found is that yeah, you got to make sure. I've got to make sure that I'm properly acclimating this new energy is new energies in, because yeah, like it is saying, everyone's probably noticed it. The energies are shifting on the planet. Is something happening. People are on edge. But the fact is that people like myself have been preparing for this. Okay, so I've grown up in the suit with all races as people like to call it, or all of them, and I've lived with most of them as well. Like living like in a house or in a flat, you know. And the reason why this is because I'm not allowed to be biased. I'm not allowed to be singular funneled into one. So like before I came here to fourth, the last few years, I nearly fell into fell into that. I nearly fell into that, which is off task, but I'm now back on track. They actually put me on back on track. They it's funny how it works. So, um, yeah, so I'm meant to be bringing it to all, and I'm meant to be making these portals as well. And currently, I'm working on. I've actually lost the book, but I've got another book right here. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna be getting that everything written up on how to the walkthroughs and how to get into it. So this is not even about flesh anymore now. This is about your light. So I'll go into it now. So how you do it is that you see a character you like or you don't like, you can copy that character, copy their mannerisms. If you see them doing a certain thing, do that certain thing. Say you like Mace Windu in Star Wars, you can imagine yourself on Mace Windu's home world as his brother or his sister or something, and imagine yourself in a story with that character. That way, if you want a very good boy and there's a rapture, you can get beamed up into that world instead and save yourself. My one gonna be similar like that, but I was gonna do it custom. There are people already coming through that. They're just like, yo, we already know what kind of world we want to make. I was in a dream. Then what like through the bridge. I'm just like oh shit. You know what I mean? So I can see like it's like you can see like through a mirror, and then they turned around and then they looked at it and then it's just like oh shit, like you can just see that the whole how it was all made. Right, cool. It's your choice, isn't it? Just make sure you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Program yourself to know that I already know this, and you'll be alright. Anyway, guys, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. Been up since 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. See you. Take care.